She has been stranded in an abyss that she has cast herself into for all this time.
So in the midst of everything that's going on, Jaguar Wright's son was in an interview speaking, I would say, not too highly of his own mother. He believes her to be a witch, a succubus in physical form. I mean, there's a lot of things that he was really saying about his mother, and it's just very interesting. I mean, you're going to see some of the character similarities between them in this, but a lot of it for me, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but it was a little funny. I'm going to be honest, it was a little funny when I was listening to this clip that we're getting ready to watch, and I want you to really just pay attention to the things he's saying, and towards the end there, he's going to get into a topic about love that I don't know if I truly agree with him on, but we'll dive into this and we'll talk about it. Let's get into it.
Drawing that captures everything that I view that my mother has become.
Okay.
I have a more quality version that I adapted into a digital
This is a
version.
demon.
That is a succubus.
And this is an angel.
Yes. To put it in visualization for everyone to articulate.
Okay.
That demon looks somewhat similar to a disheveled articulation of my mother. I had once believed that she was a good person infested by a hive of demons. In actuality, no. She had converted into a full-on demoness when she was completely filled with love and not enough discipline.
Oh.
So here we are already starting on this love thing that he's saying. It's pretty much, majority of his premise is that too much love is turning people into demons. And too much love is turning him into the person that he is today, calling his mother a demon. Just because she's had too much love. Let's keep this going.
Basically spoiled.
Yes,
Okay.
spoiled. Hence the narcissism. It may not be medically stated, but it is effectively true. This is egotism in its fullest form, mostly. Articulated from one being.
Okay.
She has been stranded in an abyss that she has cast herself into for all this time. And in
That's when I said it was starting to get funny for me, because she, he's cast herself to abyss. I'm like, what type of Marvel does this guy watch? Why is he so ominous and dark with his choice of words? Now, I know when it comes to whether it be celebrities, anyone for that matter that we see on the internet, we don't truly know who they are. We don't really know everything about them. We just know what they allow us to see. So, although I am enjoying some laughter here, and I also think that Jaguar White's son here, what he's saying is kind of interesting, because I'm kind of interested in this take that he's making on having too much love or being spoiled leads to narcissism and possibly the ability to even become a demon. So yeah, I want to finish this out, but because it's interesting, man. But we don't really know Jaguar, right? So it's like I'm not trying to discredit everything he's saying. I'm not saying that what he's saying is wrong, but I'm also definitely not saying what he's saying is right. But let's keep this going.
my digital formulation, that abyss is much more articulated. And she is floating in front of very olden teeth. The teeth of the spiritual beast Leviathan, the primordial aquatic beast God had sent down from heaven. And for those of you of the religious sects who know this, you know what that means when my mother is in front of those jaws. But for those who don't, it is long speculated that in the spiritual world, the Leviathan's maw serves as the entrance to hell itself.
He's similar to his mother in a lot of ways. That's what makes this interesting to me. that there's a lot of similarities, yet he's calling out so much on his mother. But if you watch a Jaguar Wright interview or you watch her speaking, there are similarities. Now, she's not as, comic with it. She's not as I can't even say she's not even as descriptive, because she is. I guess I'll just say she's not as like dark with it. Like this young man's taking it to a dark place. It's starting to make me think, like I said, because we don't know. We don't know everything about the people that we see on the internet. So when you hear someone like this, I mean, her own child saying something in this way, kind of raises some flags of concern, if you will. But let's keep this going.
My mother is basically floating right in front of it, but she's not swimming away. Why? Because there is a mirror of tenebris, a fell reflection that is portraying to her her ideal world. The angel that she once was, all grown up, singing the hymns of God like she were an angel, thus keeping her trapped down there. Her vocal cords stripped away and given to an irreprobate mind. That is whom Jaguar Wright is, while the mirror is what she thinks she is, and what, at least I can articulate, is a imperfect articulation of Jacqueline Suzette Wright grown up.
You just taught.
So I can't figure out if he's trying to say that because of who she was growing up as a child and her upbringing makes her like a narcissist or egotistical, whatever the case may be. I don't really know. I'm trying to put my finger on where he's getting at here, but I don't know, man. Just for me, and I've met and seen some pretty narcissistic people. And I believe that I've seen people that have definitely had some demons on them and some demons in them. I don't get that vibe when I'm listening to Jaguar Wright. If I happen to see a clip of hers pop through on the internet, I don't get that vibe. Maybe I'm not checking for it. Maybe going forward I'll try to see if there's any correlation to what he's saying about his mother and what I actually see when I'm seeing it online. I don't know. Let's keep this going.
You just taught me something today. So if you spoil a kid and never discipline a kid,
This is what becomes of them. Love, as beautiful as it is a very meticulous, double-edged dance. It is a rose, a beautiful flower that is protected by thorns. And too much of something can turn into a bad thing. And depending on what it is, it can either be something very light that can be cured, or an insidious, vile, serpentine poison that can corrupt a person for as long as their life allows them if no one stops them. Too much love is what turned my mother into the demoness that her persona is now.
Wow. I mean, he was spitting some facts at the end there, but some other of it, like I said, was a little bit of that very ominous, jibber jabber. But no, really though, too much of anything is not good. I understand that. But to say too much love, when for me I look at love and correlate it to God and Christ, and God is love. So to say too much of that turns you into a demon. Well, if God is the embodiment of love, if God is the mere definition of love, based off of what he's saying, he would put God in a pretty blasphemous picture that I'm not even willing to say from my mouth here. So yeah, like I said, there's some things he was saying in there towards the end that kind of like we could take it, grain of salt, chew the meat, spit out the bones, definitely. But let's pray for this gentleman, man. Definitely keep this gentleman in our prayers, because, I don't know, interesting that he would have those thoughts towards his mother. But like I said, we don't know her. At least we don't know her nearly as much as he does. But that's all I got for you guys on this one, man. I appreciate you guys sticking all the way through. To the next one, y'all.